Praise the Lord. Welcome to DYD. I'm Lady Pam Price. Listen, we have been talking about who? Joseph. Yes, somebody shout Joseph. Yes, we have been learning a lot. We are on the second series of Joseph, and we're on part 4, and we're getting there, right? We're getting there. We've been learning a lot about Joseph. You're going to have to look at the other programs to catch up. I wouldn't just start here. I'll go all the way back, right? Yes, yes, yes. Listen, last time we learned that Joseph revealed himself. Ah, yes. Joseph revealed himself. Isn't that something? He told his brothers who he was. Now we're going to pick back up because also he told Joseph, he said, he told his brothers, Joseph told his brothers, say, listen, y'all go back home, get your stuff. You got to move here because guess what? The famine is not over. You got 5 more years. Y'all going to die if you don't come and live with me now. Let's move back in the story. So let's pick up at the 45th verse, and we're going to, the 45th chapter, and we're going to pick up at the 16th verse. It says, y'all ready? Now the report of it was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brothers have come. So it pleased Pharaoh and his servants well. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, say to your brothers, do this, load your animals and depart. Go to the land of Canaan. Let me read that again. Say to your brothers, do this, load your animals and depart. Go to the land of Canaan. Bring your father and your household and come to me. I will give you the best of the land of Egypt, and you will eat the fat of the land. Now you are commanded, do this, take carts out of the land of Egypt for your little ones and your wives. Bring your father and come. Also do not be concerned about your goods, for the best of all the land of Egypt is yours. Then the sons of Israel did so. And Joseph gave them carts according to the command of Pharaoh, and he gave them provision for the journey. Let me stop right here. This is amazing that Pharaoh is in one accord with him to go get his family. You know, Pharaoh could have got jealous and said, I've had Joseph all to myself, and now his brothers and fathers and the children, all them coming. I don't want them there. He could have had that kind of mind. But this is amazing that God set his mind to be amendable for them to come. He was okay with him bringing his family. Yeah, we're going to give them land. That's great, because there it could have went the other way where Pharaoh was jealous, like, I don't want your family here. But he is not jealous, and he's telling, encouraging them to come. And guess what? He's also given them provisions. He's given Joseph provisions and carts and horses or whatever they have, donkeys and all. He's given them the equipment to bring to move his family. This is awesome. Let's get back in. So let's go. Let's take it from the 21st verse. It says, then the sons of Israel did so. And Joseph gave them carts according to the command of Pharaoh, and he gave them provisions for the journey. He gave to all of them, to each man, changes of garments. But to Benjamin, he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of garment. Isn't that good? Look at that. And he sent to his father these things. He sent him 10 donkeys loaded with the goods of Egypt, and 10 female donkeys loaded with grain, bread, and food for his father for the journey. Look at Joseph. He's making sure everything is comfortable for his father. 24th verse. He says, so he sent his brothers away, and they departed, and he said to them, see that you do not become troubled along the way. Then they went up to Egypt and came to the land of Canaan, to Jacob, their father. Let me read that again. Then they went up out of Egypt and came to the land of Canaan to Jacob their father. And they told him, saying, Joseph is still alive. Mm. Y'all hear me? Then they told him, saying, Joseph is still alive, and he is governor over all the land of Egypt. And Jacob's heart stood still because he did not believe them. Let's talk about it. Joseph is sending all the equipment, the things that they need, the donkeys, and watch this. And he sent to his father these things. He's sending them 10 donkeys loaded with goods of Egypt, 10 female donkeys loaded with grain. Watch this, because you know it's going to take time. It's not like they're just going to do this overnight. It's going to take time to pick up your stuff. You know, it takes time to pack and leave, right? If you ever moved before, you just don't do this thing overnight. You're going to have to get the things out your drawers, and you're going to have to clean up the place. And that's what's happening. Then they're having, but they're bringing the things to Joseph. Watch this. Bringing the things to Jacob, I should say. Jacob does not know what's happening yet. And it says here, then they went up out of Egypt. They're leaving with all this stuff and came to the land of Canaan to Jacob, their father. They're coming with all this. And then the Bible goes on saying they told him, saying, Joseph is still alive, and he is governor over all the land of Egypt. And Jacob's heart stood still because he did not believe them. But when they told him all the words which Joseph had said to them, and when he saw the carts which Joseph had sent to carry him, the spirit of Jacob their father revived. Then Israel said, it is enough. Joseph, my son, is still alive. I will go and see him before I die. Look at God. Woo! Jacob just got alive. Oh my God. Joseph is alive. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to see my son. Y'all do know he was his favorite son, right? All right, let's get back in now. Let's go to the 46th chapter, and let's read the first 7 verses here. It says, so Israel took his journey with all that he had and came to Beersheba and offered sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac. Watch this now. Then God spoke to Israel in the vision of the night and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, here I am. So he said, here's God said to him, I am God, the God of your father. Do not fear to go down to Egypt, for I will make of you a great nation there. Let's talk just for a few minutes. Here, God is having a conversation with Jacob. Listen, it's going to be okay. Yes, go to Egypt. I'm with you. I'm going to I told Abraham, and this is what's going to happen. I'm going to make of your lineage a great nation. Go. Woo! Isn't this powerful? Let's get back in. Let's pick up at the 4th verse. It says here, I will go down with you to Egypt, and I will also surely bring you up again, and Joseph will put his hand on your eyes. Oh, look at that. God is saying, let's read this again. I will go down with you to Egypt, and I will also surely bring you up again, and Joseph will put his hand on your eyes. It's going to happen. 5th verse, then Jacob arose from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried their father Jacob, their little ones, and their wives in the carts, which Pharaoh had sent to carry him. So they took their livestock and their goods, which they had acquired in the land of Canaan, and went to Egypt. Jacob and all his descendants with him, his sons and his sons' sons, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his descendants he brought with him to Egypt. Look at God. It's happening. Oh, you know what? It's a great thing when a plan come together. Here, God is about to provide for them. And Jacob's hand is not in this at all. And that's the same thing with us. Sometimes we have to keep our hand out of stuff and let God put it together. And that's one of the hardest things to do for us sometimes. But he didn't even know what was happening. But God was providing when he didn't even know what was happening. He had already had a plan in motion. Look at God. So they are moving to what? Egypt. Yes, they are going to Egypt. They're going to be living there. And Jacob is in agreement. And God has confirmed it. God has confirmed the plan. You know, sometimes we don't want to move unless God says so. Here, God is saying so. Move. Move. Yes, he is saying so. It's time to move. Now, the next couple chapters basically began to talk about the lineage of Jacob and all, and this is the lineage of them. And I don't want to get into that part, but I'm going to pick back up at the 46th chapter and the 26th verse. Let's take it from there. It says, all the people who went with Jacob to Egypt, who came from his body, besides Jacob's sons' wives, were 66 persons in all. So all the people that went out of the house of Jacob to Egypt was how many people? 66 persons in all. And the sons of Joseph who were born to him in Egypt were 2 persons. All the persons of the house of Jacob who went to Egypt were 70. And so that's Joseph, his wife, I guess they included her, and his 2 sons. So it was a total of 70 that were in Egypt that is counted. And so let's move a little bit more. Let's go deep into the story. Let's pick back up at the 26th, which we just did, to the 34th. Let me keep reading. Here it says, Jacob settles in Goshen. Then he sent Judah, which is the 28th verse. Then he sent Judah before him to Joseph. And it says, to point out before him the way to Goshen. It says, and they came to the land of Goshen. So Joseph made ready his chariot and went up to Goshen to meet his father Israel. Now keep in mind, he has not seen his father yet. And he presented himself to him and fell on his neck and wept on his neck a good while. And Israel said to Joseph, now let me die, since I have seen your face, because you are still alive. Then Joseph said to his brothers and to his father's household, I will go up and tell Pharaoh and say to him, my brothers and those of my father's house who were in the land of Canaan have come to me. And the men are shepherds, for their occupation has been to feed their life. Their occupation has been to feed livestock. He's telling them what their occupation is. And he says they have brought their flocks, their herds, and all that they have. So it shall be when Pharaoh call you and say, what is your occupation? That you should say, your servant's occupation has been with livestock from your youth even until now, both we and also our fathers, that you may dwell in the land of Goshen. For every shepherd is an abomination to the Egyptians. So he's telling them that, listen, now I'm going to set you up with a meeting with Pharaoh. Now, when he began to question you about your occupation, this is what you need to say. Yeah, don't say nothing different. Yeah, you know, we're businessmen. No, say what I just told you to say. All right, let's get back in, and we almost finished here. And let's do the 47th chapter. Let's move in a little bit because my time almost out here. Then Joseph went and told Pharaoh and said, my father and my brothers, their flocks and their herds, and all that they possess have come from the land of Canaan, and indeed they are in the land of Goshen. And he took 5 men from among his brothers and presented them to Pharaoh. Then Pharaoh said to his brothers, what is your occupation? Just like he said he was going to ask. And they said to Pharaoh, your servants and shepherds, both we and also our fathers. And then he said, and they said to Pharaoh, we have come to dwell in the land, because your servants have no pasture for their flocks. And he said, for the famine is severe in the land of Canaan. Now therefore, please let your servants dwell in the land of Goshen. Then Pharaoh spoke to Joseph, saying, your father and your brothers have come to you. The land of Egypt is before you. Have your father and brothers dwell in the best of the land. Let them dwell in the land of Goshen. And if you know any competent men among them, then make them chief herdsmen over my livestock. Yeah, he invited them to do that. Then Joseph brought in his father Jacob and set him before Pharaoh. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh. Pharaoh said to Jacob, how old are you? And Jacob said to Pharaoh, the days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. So Jacob is 130 years when he arrived into what? Egypt. Few and evil have been the days of the years of my life, and they have not attained to the days of the years of the life of my father in the days of their pilgrimage. And it says here, so Jacob blessed Pharaoh and went out from before Pharaoh. And Joseph situated his father and his brothers and gave them a possession in the land of Egypt, in the best of the land, in the land of Ramses, as Pharaoh had commanded. And then Joseph provided his father, his brothers, and all his father's household with bread according to the number in their family. Here, Joseph is providing for them. They have met with who? They have met with Pharaoh. He has met about 5 of the brothers, and he met Jacob, and watch this, Jacob blessed Pharaoh. Yes, 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 this happened, this happened. Things are going well. Now the story picks up and it begins to talk about how Joseph deals with the famine even more because, you know, they have 5 more years of the famine, right? And so he has to deal with that. Let's see what else the story requires. And then it says, I'm dealing with the 13th verse. It says, now there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very severe, so that the land of Egypt and the land of Canaan languished because of the famine. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the grain which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. So when the money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came to Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in your presence? For the money has failed. Then Joseph said, give your livestock, and I will give you bread for your livestock if the money is gone. So they brought their livestock. So they're having to trade off things now here. And so Joseph is smart. He's telling them, okay, so give me your livestock now that you don't have any money. And Joseph gave them bread in exchange for the horses, the flocks, the cattle of the herds, and for the donkeys. Thus he fed them with bread in exchange for all their livestock that year. When that year had ended, they came to him the next year and said to him, we will not hide from you, my Lord, that our money is gone. Listen, we ain't got no more money. We ain't gonna keep that a secret. He says, my Lord also has our herds, our livestock. You have our livestock. There is nothing left in the sight of my Lord but our bodies and our land. He said, this is all that we have. We don't have no more money. Why should we die before your eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants of Pharaoh. Give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land may not be desolate. Look at that. And I'm probably going to have to finish this story tomorrow. But guess what? The people are coming to Joseph because the famine is severe. They're out of money. They now have given him their livestock. They have to give them that. And now they're saying, take us. We'll be your slaves. Take our bodies, take us. And we'll do whatever you come up with. And guess what? Next time, I'm going to read to you what happened then. You got to come back. You got to come back. Because God got to get them out of this situation, right? Because guess what? God has a plan, because even though they're in this situation, right, God has a plan. We out of time. I'll see you next time. To God be the glory. Parents, thank you so much for allowing your child to watch DYD. It is my heart's desire that every child be ministered to. Parents, I'm going to need your monthly financial support in order for this ministry to continue daily. I just believe by faith that God will lay on your heart an amount that you can consistently give into this ministry. Trust me when I say that the daily investment of the Word of God into your child's life is priceless. I've done this for 21 years and I've seen the results. Will you partner with me? Go to the donation page, and from there, you will be a blessing to this ministry. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.